I'd like to share with you today a profound lesson. In life, horses are often ridden by humans. Sage people are easily bullied. We live in a world full of paradox, where kindness is sometimes misunderstood. Enthusiasm can become a burden, and humility makes us suffer. Life is like a river that keeps flowing and changing. So, to live wiser and braver, we need to learn how to balance. When to be soft, when to be tough. Sometimes being cold is not insensitive. It's a way to protect yourself. Take care of what is worth it, and focus on your own path. If you want to better understand the art of cold living, to stay steady in life, press the channel subscribe button today. Profound philosophies and valuable lessons. It will help you see life more clearly, wiser. Let's explore the cold with me. To reach the realm of living for yourself and be true to yourself. Thank you for coming, and now let's get started. One knows the limits of caring about others. First, less about other people. This life also has its own story, own difficulty, and our own perspective to meet the challenges. Sulfur monoxide. It is one of the first lessons to live wisely. It's about learning how to manage other people less. It's not indifference or indifference. It's about sanity in how we live and how we behave. Take care of your friends less. No matter how close friends are, they have their own lives and choices. Sometimes too much interference. It makes them feel disrespected. It can even break the relationship. Learn to trust them. Let them take responsibility for their own decisions. The best thing you can do is to give honest advice when they need, instead of trying to adjust their lives to their own will. Less about people's affairs. The talk of the Fey market stories. It never ends. Instead of paying attention to them, learn how to avoid. Away from things that have nothing to do with me. Human life is limited. Don't waste time into the meaningless stories of the world. Focus on living your own life well. Take less care of relatives. This sounds hard, but sometimes the main excessive interest in relatives, unconsciously putting pressure on both sides. Give them a comfortable space. free to decide what belongs to them. Only if the family has respect for each other. The new house is really peaceful and happy. Second, help people at the right time. Another valuable lesson is to know the limits. The help. Not everyone needs it, or worthy of your kindness. Not every situation needs your intervention. Help when really in danger. Be ready to put out your hand when that AI needs you in times of need. But if IT is not too urgent, let them deal with it themselves. Don't be for your kindness. It's about making others dependent on you. For let others stand up for themselves. As wise parents, always let your children face difficulties. Learn how to stand up for yourself. Life. You don't always have someone to support you. How you best help. Sometimes I tease up to them to go it alone. Learn how to refuse. Refusing to do things that are beyond your ability. IT is not selfish. It's knowing the limits. Kindness needs to be in the right place with the right people. Otherwise, it will only exhaust you and harm yourself. Understand and apply these lessons. You don't just keep peace in your heart. It's about creating a wise way of life. Have principles and respect for yourself. Third, self-help is the best way in life. There's a truth that AI has to acknowledge. No one can replace your life. No matter how much others want to help. The power to change or overcome difficulties still have to come from yourself. Stand up for yourself from challenges. It's the best way to grow and be strong. Self-help makes you stronger. When you're facing difficulties without relying on it, you don't just learn how to solve problems, but also train yourself to be resilient. The challenges you overcome on your own, it will make you stronger in the face. The next space. Help from others is only temporary. Self-help is the foundation for your long-term success. Don't let others rely on your kindness. When you help that AI too much, inadvertently you make them lose the ability to stand up for themselves. As the saying goes, help the vulnerable, not the poor. The point is to help them once, but let them learn to save themselves. You can't always be an accident for someone else, because that's what makes them dependent and refuse to grow on its own. Don't expect too much help from outside. The opposite. You shouldn't rely too much on others either. There will be times when you need to face life alone. People around you may not always be there, but you yourself. I will always accompany myself. It's based on your own ability. IT doesn't just help you solve problems. It also brings confidence, satisfaction because I can do it. Self-help is the best way to help people. Look at IT from a different angle. Sometimes the call in not helping that AI too much. This is the best way for you to help them. Because only when you're forced to stand on your feet, they've really learned to be independent. Take responsibility for your own life. Self-help is not just a way to grow. It's about respect for your own ability. Life becomes more meaningful with each step. They're all your own footprints. It's not someone else's footprints that led forever. Always remember, no one can save himself better than himself. Two things need to be in the right place. Kindness is a precious quality. But in life, if kindness is not put in the right place, it can have unintended consequences. Sometimes kindness gives without consideration, accidentally becoming a burden to others. Even go back and hurt yourself. So to live wisely, we need to know how to use kindness in a wise way. Avoid making kindness obvious. When you're constantly helping that AI without limits, it's easy to happen. Others see your kindness as a duty. One thing is obvious. They not only don't appreciate, it's easy to take advantage of you. Remember that kindness is only really worthy when given voluntarily and consciously. It doesn't come from pressure or abuse from others. Don't help so much that others will. Help is good. But if you help that AI too often, or out of bounds, you can accidentally. They lose the motivation to fight for themselves. An acquaintance who is easily helped will become relatable. Lazy do not want to self help. Only help when they really need it. and let them face their own challenges. Think carefully before helping people. Kindness docenti always bring good results. There are situations, even if you mean well, your actions get others in trouble or make yourself suffer. 7. Ask questions before helping. Is this really going to help them? Am I helping in the right way? Please consider carefully. To avoid turning goodness into evil. Not everyone deserves your kindness. The fact that not everyone appreciates help. There are people after receiving your kindness turn your back, even return it with ingratitude. So let's learn to observe and evaluate and select. Kindness should be given to those who really need it and deserving. Help when needed, not all the time. Remember the words of the ancients. Help in need, not help the poor. This means only helping in situations it's really urgent and necessary. It's not any small thing. Sometimes rejection. It's also a way for others to learn independence and responsibility. With my life, kindness is a precious jewel, but use it wisely. Give kindness to the right people. It won't just make the world a better place. It also helps you live in peace. Don't feel taken advantage of all 7 hopes. Remember that. Kindness needs wisdom to really deliver value. I love and respect myself. In the journey of life, it's an important lesson that many people forget. Is to know how to love and respect yourself before asking for love from others. Only if you understand your own worth, you can live confidently, stay calm and build healthy relationships. For fight for the feelings of others. If that AI really cares about you, they will actively find you. The truth is, no AI is too busy to spend a few seconds to reply to the message or spend time with you if you're important to them. If they avoid looking for a reason, that's a sign. It's clear that they don't put you in a priority position. Don't waste time fighting for love from those who don't deserve it. Instead, focus on yourself and others. People who really care about you. Love yourself before you love others. You can't expect others to love you if you don't know how to love yourself. IT is not just about appearance. It's about appreciating your worth. You were born worthy of all love. And don't let AI make you feel inferior or not good enough. Appreciate your family and those who love you. Don't just wait for love from the outside. Forget about family. They always love you unconditionally. A small action. Thanks to my parents on my birthday. Or spend time with loved ones will help you realize that happiness really don't need to look too far. Don't expect from others. Make yourself happy. If you don't get a birthday present or a wish from that age, that's not the point. You can buy the gift you like. Organize a special day for yourself. Be a source of joy for yourself. Instead of relying on others to be happy, live to be yourself. No matter what others love or hate. It doesn't matter whether someone loves you or hates you. The important thing is that you love yourself and live a life worth living. When you respect yourself, the judgments or indifference of others, it will no longer affect you. Let's focus on living well, being positive and peaceful. In short, love and respect yourself. It's the foundation for a happy and successful life. When you love yourself, you are more confident. They know how to build genuine relationships and avoid unnecessary damage. Self-love is not selfish. It's how you create value for yourself and for those around. For speaking at the right time, words are a powerful tool. If not used at the right time and in the right way, it can cause more damage than the action itself. Learn to control your words when needed. Silence when appropriate. It is the art of living wisely. Below are the profound lessons about using words. Avoid speaking badly of others. People used to have sentences before criticizing others. Take a look at yourself. Don't rush. Judge or slander AI when you don't know them well, or haven't looked at yourself. It's like the fable of the 8. If the 8 is not good, all the other 8 will play bass. It's like your words. If your mind is not clear, what you say can't be fair or well. Say little but worth it. Words are valuable when they give meaning. Not because I talk a lot. Let's learn from the story of where frogs squeak day and night, but their voices no notice one noticed, while the cock, it only sounds at the right time of dawn, and everyone's listening. Talk less, but at the right time. It will give your words more weight and respect. Don't waste words in times of trouble. When something unpleasant happens, refrain from making unhelpful complaints. In such times, emotions often overwhelm the mind. It makes your words easy to be negative. Lack of control. Instead of saying a lot, take time to think or rest. After a sleep, you will see that the problem is not as serious as before. And what you say will also be more sober. Be silent when needed. Silence is not weakness. It's an expression of wisdom. In some situations, silence is stronger than rejection. Remember the words irrevocable. The silence at the right time. It helps you avoid a lot of trouble and earn respect from others. Use words to build, not destroy. Words should be used to encourage, motivate, and build good relationships. Don't use words to criticize. Lashing out or sowing negativity. A word of encouragement can change the lives of others. But an insult can leave wounds that are hard to heal. Speaking at the right time. The right way not only helps you avoid misunderstandings or hurt is not worth IT. IT also makes your words more valuable. Words are power, and the way you use it reflects wisdom and your own bravery. Years of being cold and focused on yourself. Living in this life, everyone also wants to be loved, be recognized, and have good relationships. But the more we grow, the more we realize that it's about trying to please everyone. It's just impossible. Just wasted time. An important lesson of life. Know when to be cold. Be tough and focus on yourself. The cold here is not indifference. It's sanity. To not get caught up in unnecessary things and give priority for the most important values in life. Life always requires us to be. No one can live for you or solve all your problems. You can get support, but the core is still the self. You have to stand up and face up. When you are too dependent on others, you don't just lose your independence. It also makes you weak. Being vulnerable without AI by your side. The opposite is true when you overcome difficulties on your own. You will learn how to stand on your feet, more confident and stronger. IT is not just an important life skill. It's also the foundation for growth and success. In my life, in relationship with others, coldness is sometimes necessary to protect yourself. Not everyone deserves kindness. And your time. There are people, things that only bring trouble, annoyance, or even hurt. So learning to let go, saying no when necessary is an art. When you're too easy on everything, You'll get caught up in problems that don't belong to you. And your energy will be spent in vain. The cold, in many cases, it's how you set boundaries. Protect the mind. And focus on what's really important. Being self-centered doesn't mean being selfish. It's a preference for value and their own development. Instead of running under the approval of others, invest the time to build internal value. When you know who you are, what I want and what I can do, you won't have to fight for love or attention from any AI. You will realize that everything that's most important, it all starts from within yourself. Someone who loves himself, know how to respect your worth, will always shine in a natural way, without having to try. Coldness is a necessary attitude to face the big challenges in life. There are times you're forced to make difficult decisions, even knowing that it can make people misunderstand or unhappy. It's like the story of David, a gentle boss, but be tough when the company is in crisis. His cool attitude in times of need. IT didn't just save the company. IT also protects survival of many others, sometimes to protect the greater values. You've got to put aside your usual softness and become determined. Definitely. Another aspect of the cold is to let go of hope, to please everyone. If you are a human, you will also have a lover. People who hate. And you can't always control that. Instead of trying to adjust yourself to match the expectations of others, focus on living true to your values and my own way. When you understand that, happiness does not come from the recognition of outsiders. You'll feel freer, more relaxed, and more secure. Being cold is a way to focus on yourself, to build a life that you really love, and feel the meaning Don't let the words, the judgments or actions of others dominate you. Instead, focus on what you can control. It's you, your thoughts, and how you face life. Only if you control yourself, you're really free and strong, in short. Being cold doesn't mean being distant or indifferent. It's knowing when to set boundaries, when to be tough, when to focus on yourself. It's a high level of freedom, and freedom help you protect your most important values in life. When you learn to be cool at the right time, you will see life become simpler, much clearer and more peaceful. Because only if you live for yourself, you really own your life. Dear friends, in life, it's not always softness or enthusiasm. It also brings good results. Sometimes to keep the peace inside. Protect your own value. We need to learn to be cool at the right time. Know definitely what is unworthy, and focus on what's really important. Being cold is not insensitive. It's an expression of wisdom, of being in control of your life. Remember that you are born with a unique value. There's no need to fight for recognition from any. Love yourself. Set boundaries when needed. And keep your peace of mind. No matter what the world is. Don't waste time on things that aren't worth it. Be true to yourself independently. Strong and free. I hope you share today. It'll give you a new perspective. And more deeply about how to live. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe to the Life Quotes channel to not miss the valuable lessons in the videos. Next, thank you for taking the time to listen. May you always be safe and strong on the journey of my life. Next, please listen to the article together. Everyone's fate is different just by choosing 2 words. We have to learn to know when to be strong, when to be gentle, when to focus on work, when to stop. You need to feel a bit of silence from the inside. Life is a journey of choice. In life, AI also has to go through challenging times. Innocent childhood days with simple joy. Don't worry. And grow up and enter society. I will see myself change. We gradually have to choose directions. Attitudes to live for yourself. Some people choose to take a straight path. Not busy. Don't let emotions control you. Some people choose rebellion. Free with no strings attached. Some people choose to be young enough. Just enough responsibility. Calm enough to live in the middle of this life. Don't let I to wrap you up. Nor let the silence be excessive. It makes me forget my own responsibility. Know what to do. Let go of what to do. My statement is not a philosophy or an academic view of life. It's just inspiration from real life itself. Children are too carefree. Live only with what you want, with innocent expectations. Children never know. I am concerned with the complexities of life, but they're a mirror of purity, the light of the heart. Children have no intention. There's no trickery. And that's what keeps them loved and protected. But since I came into life, I feel like an adult. Mature and rigid. There's all kinds of suffering and trials in this life. But to survive in it, we have to change. You have to learn to live stronger and stronger. But that also means that we have to accept the loss of some innocence. My lightness. We are no longer allowed to look at the world with just an innocent look. Instead, it's the eyes of an adult. They are always busy with responsibilities, sacrifices without a name. The more mature, it means knowing how to carry more. Know the responsibility to sacrifice. It's an adult. We understand that life is not just a game or an adventure that we can join and then quit. Keep walking. We can't stop because we're tired or for fear of challenge. Life doesn't allow us to turn sideways, to be consistent, steady. However, adults, It doesn't mean you have to be serious all the time. Rigid. Sometimes we need to look at the joys, the small of life. As a child, forget what needs to be forgotten. It's hard to hold my heart. Sometimes we need to laugh and live freely. Not be constrained by too strict rules. Every person can find a balance. In my life, there's just enough freedom, just enough seriousness. But in this world of change, that balance is not easy. But it's really necessary. We have to learn to know when to be strong, when to be gentle, know when to focus on work, when to stop. You need to feel a bit of silence from the inside. It's in our choice. What we want is up to us. Change the fate. There is nitrogen monoxide lack of a journey. Enhance your SELF dignity. There are times when people think that they want to be healthy. You have to go to the temple. You have to get away from ordinary life. You have to hide in a quiet space to return to the beauty of morality. Back to the silence in my heart. But it's not just about going to the temple. It is in everyday life itself. That's how we face the challenge. With suffering, with the twists and turns of life. That's how we keep our peace. Peace in the soul. Even though there are disturbances around me. The worries of pressure. That's how we live our lives. Even though it can be difficult on the surface. IT's often said that life is full of turmoil. Who can keep the peace of mind is a strong person. Because that silence is not the silence of weakness. It's the calmness of someone who understands life. I understood myself and have the ability to face any challenge without losing their dignity. In this world, you may lose everything. Money, career, fame. But if you keep your dignity, you are still the winner. Because in this fast-paced world, nothing is more precious than a pure soul and a steady dignity. In the midst of endless struggle, between the races, to achieve personal goals, who keeps dignity? He knows how to live with his conscience. Money and material goods cannot replace debt. You can't buy a newspaper. It's a lesson that I've learned through experiences in life. Money can buy things, but it can't replace peace of mind. Money can't make us have relationships. Really nice, true friends or true love. It can only come from honesty, from cultivating the mind. A person of dignity, even if he is not rich. You will always receive respect and affection from the people around, and that's the greatest blessing that one can get in this life. In a world full of change, no one can escape the challenge. No one can live forever in peace. But if we know how to live with a pure mind, know how to maintain dignity, then life will be easier. No matter how much trouble we face, everyone can choose their own way of life. But if you can, live so, for the soul is always pure, always bright. There will be no worries in this life. No more worries. To live is to love. To live is to learn. And to live is to maintain one's virtue. Next, please listen to the article together. If one day we're empty-handed, what's left? I remember the image of my grandmother. A woman who's lived her whole life in poverty. But you have something I've never found. Among the others, it's peace and peace of mind. True values are deep in the heart of every person. There are times we keep chasing things that are out of reach. With shiny cars, huge houses, or expensive clothes. We look at IT and we wonder, will we ever be able to live like them? People who have everything that society admires. There are times when we sit in our cars, look at someone else's car, and feel deprived. I think if I had those things, how much better life will be. But then there are moments when we're sitting alone in a dark room. In the silence I realized ALL of that stuff. It's just shadows out there. We can't fill the void inside us. I heard a story about a man, someone who AI also thinks is happy. He has everything. High door, expensive car, stable job and a dreamlike life. But then there was a day when your health starts to fail and you're in the hospital. I just realized the only thing you really lack, it is peace in the heart. the friends you helped, the ones I used to be cold. They didn't come to visit you. You're lying there in a comfortable hospital room. Why is IT cold and lonely? And suddenly I feel empty, to the point of being unable to breathe. The cars, the houses, all that I've been racing my whole life for, can't make me feel any warmer now. Do we sometimes lose ourselves? Follow what society praises, but we ignore the simple, honest things in life. To ignore the things that a very normal heart really need, IT or not. As a child, there were times when I thought, if there's a lot of money, I will be able to do what I like. I measure happiness based on money. But as I grew older, I realized, important thing, it's not how much money you have in your hand. It's about being able to live so that in retrospect, I feel a sense of relief and peace. A close friend of mine once said, "This life is not only to have, but to live." When she said that, I didn't understand. But now, when I look back, I understand. What we live for is not what we own. It's what we give. It's how we treat others. It's how we love ourselves. The same goes for what belongs to nature. Nature always gives everything. If IT doesn't give, IT can't live. Like a big tree. In the autumn, the leaves will fall. It gives a part of life. It gives birth to new leaves. A tree bears its own fruit. If no trad one eats, it'll fall off and return to the soil as a nutrient. A fish doesn't just live in water. They're sustaining life for a river. And only people rarely want to give. Most want to get it back. I remember the image of my grandmother. A woman who's lived her whole life in poverty. But you have one thing that I've never found in anyone else. It's peace and peace of mind. You don't have what many people want. But every time I look into your eyes, I saw something deeper again. All the expensive stuff the world can give us. She always laughed. Life has taught you a lot of hard lessons. She always told me that this life can't just be seen with your eyes. You probably won't see a luxury car, formal, or a splendid bija. When I look at you, you will feel a sense of peace. In every word she said, every step of her, you'll find that in this volatile world, you are the richest, because you're not looking for anything but respect and love from others, no matter the circumstances. Always try to keep a full heart. We can be rich, but if we don't have respect, there is no nitrogen monoxide. We will always feel empty. We can own everything in the world. If there is no nitrogen monoxide peace in the soul, then all of that is meaningless. It also means what we have is secondary, but the value inside our soul is the main thing. It's what determines whether we're happy or not. So if you have to choose today, choose to live a simple but meaningful life, or living in wealth. The key is not to lose the good value in my heart. Choose to love and respect those around you. For live with a soul that does not hurry. So when you look back, you can smile, because you know you've lived up to your values. Real. And then no matter how much money you have, you will also feel rich, the most in the world.